Okay, now I want to ask about the district communicating well with constituents and whether there's any changes you make there. You brought up a little of that when we were talking about the levies, and it's your turn to go first anyway. So what else would you do to improve? I know there's a new website going up, and what else would you do to improve the communications?
Communication has been a challenge for this district, and I can feel that in the parents and in the staff and the community. I can feel that. People have come to me and they've shared that with me, and it's so important that we work on that. The board, or the district needs to work on communicating what it is that the board is doing. Perhaps a way of something that they could possibly do would maybe be town hall meetings. That might be, or perhaps having a board member present at parent-teacher associations like PTA meetings, a presence in the community so that people know that we are, as board members, we would be elected by the people to represent the voice of the people on the board. You have a job to do, I understand that, but it's really important, I think, to stay connected to the people that put you there.
Okay, David?
Several things. Number one, we try to reach out in different areas, Twitter and Facebook and the web page, and we have not, and this is something I would like to see, started again. We used to have a newsletter that went out 4 times a year. I'm old school. I like newspapers. I like reading a newspaper, even if it's just a couple of pages. I know everything's on the internet now, and that's how people like to get their information, and that's great. But if we can reinstitute that would be great. We try to have the school board meetings go out to all the different communities and all the different buildings. We visit all the buildings at least once or twice a year with our board meetings. So we try to get out in the community, and they're always obviously open to the public for questions and comments. The superintendent's a very, very open superintendent. He will take calls and respond and get back to you. He always has an open door policy. He's a great superintendent. So can we do more? Yeah, I would like to do more, but I think we're doing a fair job right now.
Okay, Cori?
Well, I definitely disagree that the job that's being done right now is fair. Yes, the board does, they rotate the places that they have their board meetings, and I know that just recently they've been trying to work on having a presence in the community within the buildings, which I'm really glad to see that that the board is taking it to that next step. But as far as the board meetings go, the audience participation portion of the meeting, it really, the way the board meetings are, it doesn't really convey a welcome to public comment. There needs to be a more relaxed relationship with the board members, with the public that elected them. And I think if we loosen those walls a little bit, you'd have that trust that you need to pass the levies.
You think they're too formal? The meetings are too formal, you mean? Or too stiff, or too boring? Or?
It's not that I think that the board meetings are too stiff, because the board meetings are to do business. You are there to conduct business. I'm saying that perhaps there are other avenues where people can have more direct contact, more casual contact. Those town hall meetings, coffees, like to have a coffee some morning, and people are welcome. Making yourself available in a more casual setting. I think that would do a lot to bridge the gap and to build the trust that I think that the district and the board needs to to pass the levies and to really rally that support.
David?
I, again, just think that we have a great community relations person, Nancy Brayford, who's unfortunately retiring this year, and she works very, very hard at getting out the word in a variety of different ways. In fact, our last board meeting, we had this Twitter instruction, how we all had to sign up for Twitter, and we did pretty well. I'm still kind of learning the system here, but again, we're just trying to, reach out in many different ways as possible. Is there room for improvement? Absolutely. Always room for improvement.